something that I wasn't really aware of until I stood in the 2016 election, and several ladies introduced me to the topic and their concerns that with very little notice, they were told that rather than retiring at 60, that which you could still do, their pension wouldn't be paid until 65. And it's not a huge group of individuals, but for those specific individuals involved, it's quite a significant change.
This is a subject that's come up a few times in the House recently. Do you think government is taking this issue seriously enough?
I think that the government's been able to stand quite aloof and say we're following what's happening in the UK. Things changed late last year in terms of the ladies pursuing this were given the option to go forward with a judicial review, which was accepted, and that will take place in the summer. Now, in terms of what could happen, it could be quite significant in terms of the Treasury having to pay out and compensate these ladies for what was a sudden unexpected change. So I think it's worthwhile just saying to the Treasury how many people we're looking at and potentially what will the costs be.
Do you think that it's acceptable to say, oh, well, let's just wait and see what the UK does?
Never.
And we do constantly hear about problems with funding for pensions and how expensive they can be. How important is it that this is sorted as soon as possible so that we know how much it's going to cost?
We need certainty because these ladies have been affected. They've had to change their lives. They've been affected. So from the individual level, it's key. But also from the government spending, if there are a group of ladies involved and they've got to be paid out, then there's going to be a payment. You need to look at situations across when Birmingham City Council, for example, was affected by change. The costs can be quite huge and quite significant if not fully prepared for.